And we are live. Oh man, happy Monday. I begged Savannah. Well, I didn't really beg her. I just texted her and asked her. I said, can I please have your spot on this beautiful Monday? I mean, it might be getting a little colder outside, but it doesn't change the fact that I am so happy to be here. Man, let me tell you, if you are one of the few, but the many who have gotten sick over the last few weeks, let me tell you, man, that thing took me out. I was sick over the holidays. I still, maybe right now, I wouldn't say I would sick anymore. I'd give myself a suboptimal. I'm a little suboptimal still. Probably if I had to say, maybe like 80%. But I'm on the up and up. That's why staying healthy through the year still makes you really sick. And I'm a big baby when I'm sick. Shout out to my husband for literally taking care of another child while I was sick. But I'm so happy to be back at the gym after a holiday season. I felt like it was such a crazy 2 weeks. We had head coach Savannah's week-long wedding weekend extravaganza. That was amazing, which led straight into the holiday season. But I will say one thing about Oxford, man, we are not letting up. I had to miss it this weekend just because of the holidays, but man, people were here on Saturday, and I love that. I love knowing that we're not waiting until the new year for us to start this fitness journey for 2026. Man, but with the holidays, I guess I would say I'm so happy that the holidays are over. If you feel me, drop a comment below if you're also feeling the same way. It's not that I don't enjoy the holidays. It's really not that I don't enjoy the holidays. I love spending time with my family. But I am one of those lucky people that I do get to spend pretty much every day with my family, whether it's my chosen family or my actual family. I am one of those blessed people that do get to come to, not even, I wouldn't even call it my job, come to my daily, be here with my family and my friends. And when we're apart, it's kind of hard. I get sad, especially Savannah, for example. If you're watching right now, I missed you so bad while you were gone. I was gonna say while I was gone. I missed you so bad while you were gone enjoying your wedding. And I'm just so happy that we're back together, get to see each other today, tomorrow, this whole week. Oh, 2026. So exciting. Um, but it just feels good. I'm someone who likes to be in a routine. I know some people, they're like looking forward to the holidays. They get some time off of work. But you guys got to remember, especially going into 2026, that you could be replaced at any time. Something happened to you, they're going to fill your spot ASAP. So just remember to take time to enjoy the little things. That's what I'm here to talk about today, but not necessarily enjoying the little things. I'm here to talk about the holidays. If you read the title of this podcast, why do we save it all for the holidays? And you're like, what do you mean, Caitlin? And what I mean by that is, why are we waiting until the end of the year, not only to, spend time with family and take a break, but we're also, waiting till the end of the year to get ready for the next year, right? And what I mean by that is, you spend time with all your family, you're traveling here, you're traveling there, you're opening presents, you're doing all this stuff, and at the end of the holidays, you're like, man, I ate like crap the whole time. I need to get into the gym. Or one of my favorites is just like, oh well, I didn't see my family at all this year. Your extended family, grandparents, aunts, uncles, and it's like, oh, I'm going to be better next year. And it's like, why do we just save it all for the holidays? We exhaust ourselves. We spend all our money just creating. I get it. We're creating memories. We have the desire to create joy for our kids, and just the whole cultural and social expectations that we have of getting this gift and that gift and going here and going there. And uploading it to Instagram and TikTok and showing everybody, oh, I'm enjoying the holidays, but are you really enjoying the holidays? So let's get into it. All right. So this really kind of goes out to my parents. Really, this one is, a new parent went from being a single gal to being a parent of two, the last coming up on almost 2 years, a year and a half now. It's my second holiday season with my family and my kids. And man, I love hanging out with my kids and my family. But I will tell you, it is not for the faint of heart. I saw a lot of pictures and a lot of videos on TikTok and on Instagram where moms were posting pictures of themselves exhausted. They're like, they were up all night setting stuff up, getting ready for Santa, getting things ready that they had been hiding also from their kids, wrapping gifts. And it's like, wow, you did it. You worked all year so hard to be able to create this memorable experience for your family. I mean, it can be kids of any ages. I'm talking about even myself. I'm a big kid, and it felt good to have, my in-laws get me a gift, which, man, they did great. But it feels good to open it. But I mean, it feels even better to watch my kids as they get to experience the joy of Christmas. But my question for you is, why is it only about them? And I'm not meaning like, what did you get yourself for Christmas, or what did you get your spouse for Christmas, or another adult for Christmas? No. I'm talking about, what about you? All year you're working hard. You're barely taking time off. You're only off when the kids are off, spring break, Christmas, fall break. And then it gets to the holidays and you get to show all your hard work by buying your kids everything that they've wanted and letting Santa know that this is what they wanted and they got what they, asked for and they wrote, and you're like, yes, you did it. But do you ever take a second to think about what you could have done for yourself, for your kids? Now, what I mean by that is, can you get up and down off the floor on Christmas morning and play with your kids? Are you able to pick up and bend over and go outside and play with your kids? What have you done this year that benefits you for your kids? All right. So when we kind of, like I talked about it just a second ago when I got started, and I thought about it and I was like, why do we spend more money on our family for one day than we do for ourselves all year long? And so what I mean by that is, why is it okay for you to spend $1,000 on your kids, but you can't spend $200 or, a little bit more on yourself to create a better future for you and your kids? So when I was looking all this stuff up, in 2021, we're going to take it back. In 2021, the average cost that families would spend on Christmas was around $750 to $900. And you're like, man, that seems like a lot, kind of when you just say it out the blue. Like, wow, you spent $900 on one day. That's a lot. And it's increased to now, just in 2025, a consumer report came out. Families are spending a minimum of $2,000 on Christmas. And I'm not talking about lights. I'm not talking about decorations or going out to eat or traveling. I'm talking about gifts alone. All right. $2,000 at minimum. And this is on a 2-child household. All right. So this is just 2 children. We're spending around $2,000. And of course, there's inflation. But sometimes when you think about it, it's like, what happened to the days of just being excited to receive a CD? Like, I remember waking up and I got the new Kelly Clarkson CD for Christmas and a new CD player. And oh my gosh, The best Christmas ever. The best Christmas ever, especially growing up in a family who didn't listen to secular music. But I know that now, especially these days, there's so much to keep up with, keeping up with the Joneses. Our kids want, electric scooters. They want the newest PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, Game Boy, all that stuff. All of that is great. Get it, give it, love it. Your kids are excited. You're excited because, like I said, we have that desire as parents to create joy and focus on our children's happiness. But along the way, we seem to be forgetting about ourselves throughout the year. Because hear me out. One thing that my family loves to do, and I love my family, and this is what I love about my family, is we love to go camping. We love to go on trips, on hikes. My son's been asking me all weekend if we could go to the gym. We're going to the gym today. I was sick over the weekend, so we didn't really get to go to the gym like we want to. But what are you doing to create long-lasting traditions, but also healthy things for you that will create long-lasting joy in your children forever, right? So why is it that we always wait for the holidays to be better or to do better? You're spending time with your kids and you're sitting there, you're like, man, I need to make more time throughout the year to spend with my kids. Or like I said, you're like, man, I just ate like crap for a whole week. I need to get in the gym. If you are willing to spend $2,000 to create a day of joy for you and your family, why are you not willing to do that for yourself throughout the year? What is so hard and difficult about spending that extra time and money on yourself? All right, because I see it happen all the time. And one thing that I like to do, especially with my husband, is we like to show our kids that you can still work hard, have good habits, eat healthy, and you can still have fun. But there's no way that we're going to create that just instantly at the beginning of the year. It's like, this is what we're doing. I'm going to be better in 2026. I'm going to find a gym just like everybody else does. I'm going to be a New Year's resolutioner. But it just ends up not happening. And we get people here that come to the gym and we're just like, well, you can, do the unlimited membership. We have a one-on-one coaching program. And they're just like, oh, I can't do that. I can't do it. I'm going to go to Planet Fitness or Crunch and I'm going to spend $10 a month on a membership there. And I'm literally never going to go. That's because that's what happens. You come to a gym like OxFit and we tell you, yeah, it's $229 a month. But when you break it down, sure, it's like $7.74 a day. It's the price of a coffee. And so you're telling me that each day you can wake up and go to Starbucks, get you a coffee, get you a little treat, spend about $15 to $20 a day, but $7.74 a class to come to a gym with a great community that gives results. You can't do it. You're telling me that you will gladly spend $1,000 on each kid to give them this great Christmas when you won't even spend $200 on yourself, maybe just to go to the grocery store and eat healthy. We have to be thinking about what the year looks like in the grand scheme of things on how to make ourselves better for our kids. All right. I'm not just being healthy for me. Yes. Do I want to be jacked? Absolutely. Do I want to look like the Kool-Aid man, bust through the wall? I talk about that all the time. Yes, I want to. But what I really want to be able to do is when my son joins a team, like a basketball team or a baseball team, I can still get out on the court and beat him. All right. That's when he goes to high school and he's like, I can deadlift 300 pounds. Well, I can deadlift 350. I'm training to keep beating my kids until I can't. But when we look at it in the smaller, minute details of the month, you're like, I can't spend that much a month going to the gym, eating healthy. Okay, sure. Let's break this down again. I posted something like this over the holidays just to kind of give a little detail into what, into what we spend our money on. So you can spend, let's say, $500 on buying a wallet, maybe from Louis Vuitton, or a purse from Michael Kors. You'll spend $300 on that, but you won't spend that money on a meal plan. Okay, cool. You'll spend $3,000 and go to Disney World or Disneyland, whichever one it is. I don't know which one it is, but you'll go to Disney. You'll spend $3,000 to go to Disney for a few days, but you won't spend that throughout the year on a one-on-one coaching program to get into the healthiest, best shape of your life. Okay, cool. You'll spend $200 a week eating out or ordering DoorDash, but you won't spend it on a gym membership. Make it make sense. The holidays come once a year. The holidays tend to honestly be long, a little stressful. You're wanting to create a memory. You're wanting to do this. You're wanting to do that. But whatever happened to doing something for yourself throughout the year that it doesn't require it being a holiday? Because you'll have people, I've had someone, they were like, I want to buy my wife a year membership to the gym. Like, what a great gift. That's a gift that keeps on giving, right? And whatever happened to creating experiences for your kids, or creating, taking a trip with them instead of buying them the latest toy, or just filling up their toy box with whoopee cushions and yo-yos. What actually happened to being like, this year as a family, instead of us getting a lot of gifts, we're going to go on a trip together. There's so much more that we could be doing instead of just making these 3 days out of December, New Year's Eve, Christmas, and Christmas Eve. And instead, we could be creating something better for ourselves and better for our family. Because I'm telling you, look at your bank statement. Just look at it right now. You spent how much on creating a great Christmas day for your kids, but you can't buy yourself a gym membership, or you won't buy yourself those shoes that you've been wanting for the gym because you'd rather spend it on a meal for Christmas Day. Stop waiting for the holidays to do something for yourself, and stop waiting for the holidays to spend time with those that you love. Stop waiting for the holidays. I could give my kids a gift any day of the year. I could give my husband a gift any day of the year. Why do we always have to wait for the holidays? Why are we spending an exorbitant amount of money for one day when we could be creating memories and lasting, like I said, memories and just lasting effects on ourselves and on our family? I'm not here to put anybody down or make you feel bad about what you got your kids or what you got your spouse. What did you do for you? What have you done for yourself? Like I said, while your kids were opening up presents on the floor, were you able to lay on the floor with them and get up and down, pick stuff up? Were you able to do that, or was your back hurting? What you do now will continue to have effects, not only this year, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Because why am I getting on Facebook and seeing somebody that's a little younger than me saying that this is just what happens? You get married, you have kids, and you let yourself go, and it's all about their happiness. It's no longer about my happiness. and you have no goals, no passions, you're not working towards anything, what are you showing your kids? Because what I feel like is you're showing your kids is that once you get to a certain age, you just give up. No, we're strong moms and we're strong dads, and we're creating better habits for ourselves to create better habits for our families. I just don't see how we've gotten so far off during the holidays. What went from being happy and spending time with our loved ones to now it's just all about us grinding our ass off through the year so that we can buy $2,000 worth of toys and junk that honestly our kids aren't even going to play with for a week after. I was talking to some of my moms this morning, and one of my moms told me that their kids, they bought their kids all these gifts. They're just opening them up, throwing them to the side, opening it up, throwing it to the side. And the one thing they loved the most was a whoopee cushion, which was $1.50. There comes a certain time in our own lives where we do have kids and we want to make the holidays memorable for them, but stop forgetting about yourself. Okay. I love when my kids got me the best things for Christmas. All right. My kids are so thoughtful. I love the color black, and I love skulls because our house has a lot of skulls in them for decoration. And what did my kids get me? They got me Nightmare Before Christmas pajamas. And well, first off, I love that movie, but also I love skulls and I love black. And the way that they thought about me, that's what I hope they continue to think about me, is that when they think about things that I love. Last year, they got me a candle that was pink because I loved the color pink and my hair was pink. And then one of the other things I got was was chafing cream. What a great gift. That's something that I'm using and I love that. And the thing is, though, I would rather give my kids the gift of an amazing memory or knowing that I know them and I love them, not thinking that I have to spend $2,000 to make a day great. Because instead of spending $2,000 to make a day great, why don't you spend some of that money making sure that next year in 2026, you can run outside with your kids? Did you get your kid a bike? Can you run beside your kid while they learn to ride the bike or they ride the bike? Can you do that? Can you take your kids outside, play with them all day with their new toys and not get tired? I'm telling you, you think that you're doing your kids a favor by spending all this money on them when the greatest thing that you could do for your kids is give them the ability to go out and do things with them. Next year, maybe run a 5K with your son. You have a daughter that's super into dance. Can you go to a dance class with your daughter? There are so many things that we could be doing to benefit us being healthy, being strong, that benefits our children. So I just want you to be thinking about, as 2026 comes around and you felt like you ate like crap over the holidays and you laid around the whole time, and now all of a sudden you want to be active and you want to get going and this is your time, and you do this every single year. The holidays come, you spent all this money, you ate bad. Like I know I keep repeating myself, but those are the only things that are motivating you to do better in 2026. What about doing better for your family? What about doing better for your kids? What about being the person that you might have older kids and you're like, I want grandkids. Well, will you be able to stand up and down and pick up your grandkids off the floor? There's a really great commercial that I love during the holidays, and it's this grandpa, and he's in his shed during the holidays. It's snowing outside, it's cold, and he keeps picking up a kettlebell and holding it in front of him, and picks it up, holds it up, and at first, at the beginning of the commercial, he can barely lift the kettlebell. Well, he keeps working, and then the end of the commercial is him seeing his grandson and picking his grandson up off the floor and holding his grandson up and holding him and bringing him to him. Like, even just thinking about it makes me cry. But are you setting yourself up now to be able to do that in the future? This morning Aunt was like, don't get on there and start and start complaining about the holiday season. And I'm not complaining about the holiday season. Do I think it's a little overrated? Yes, because we shouldn't be waiting until the end of the year to not only, like I said, spend time with people that we love and give gifts, but we shouldn't be waiting until the end of the year to decide that 2026 is going to be different. I'm sure you did that last year. You got towards the end of 2024 and you're like, 2025 is my year. Well, still wasn't your year, but let's go 2026. We have to stop waiting for the holidays to pass, and we have to stop waiting for New Year's resolutions to get started. Okay? There's never going to be the perfect time, and it's definitely not after the holidays when everybody starts coming to the gym, because once again, I talked about it in my last podcast. Don't be part of the New Year's resolutioners who never complete or achieve any of their goals. Like I said, only 3% of people are going to actually achieve their goals, and you're just part of the 97% again who just talked a big game, told everybody your goals just for the momentary satisfaction of someone being like, you can do it. I know you can. And then you don't do it again. And then guess what happens? You spend all year long working your ass off for people who could replace you in a moment just so you can make money to buy things in the holidays at the end of the year. And during the whole time that you've been working, you didn't think about spending any of that money on taking care of yourself. I'm telling you, before the year is over, sit down with your family right now. Get a notebook out, get a pen. I want you to write this down. Before the year is over, I want you to sit down, either by yourself, maybe with your partner, your spouse, whomever it is, and I want you to write out what it is that you spend your money weekly on. Detail a whole month. You've got bills, of course, gas, groceries, things that have to get paid. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about all the extras. How much you're spending on going out to eat, DoorDash, shopping, just all these little things that you keep spending money on. And I want you to total it. And when you total it, I want you to look at it and I want you to ask yourself, where can I spend some time and money on myself? Where can I find the time to take 1 hour in a day and come to the gym, be part of an amazing community, and get into the best shape of my life? Because I talked about time the last time in my podcast, how we say we don't have enough time, but we'll spend 2 to 4 hours brain rotting a day on our phones and scrolling. Write it all down. And once you figure out where your money is just honestly going to waste, you need to take that money and pour it back into yourselves. Because I'm telling you, all year long, you're pouring pretty much from an empty cup. You're taking care of your family. You're going to work. You're doing all these things for everybody else. And you feel so good because it's the holidays and you've given gifts and you're loving on everybody. And it's just so great. But the holidays are over and it's just right back to you being tired, you being exhausted. And then you look and you're like, what have I done for myself? Kind of nothing. Really nothing when you look at it. So I'm telling you, make 2026 different than 2025. Pour into yourselves in 2026. Get healthy, get fit, become the best version of you. Maybe go to therapy. Start a gratitude journal. Create some new habits. Get rid of your old habits. Better self-talk. it doesn't have to be anything that actually costs a lot of money to create a better 2026 for you. Honestly, this whole thing is just something that's just on my heart to talk about, because as someone who has my passions and my goals and is a parent and is a wife, you need to be making sure that you are going to do something for yourself that you don't have to wait till the end of the year to do. Stop pouring from an empty cup. Stop waiting till the end of the year to make changes. Stop waiting till the end of the year to love people who you don't get to see all year round. Stop waiting for the holidays to take time off for yourself. Play hooky one day. Enjoy your day. Life is too short. And just remember, it's not about how much you're spending on your kids or spending on your family to get all these gifts. What matters is that you are taking care of yourself, loving you, so that you can take care of and love others. And not just during the holidays. Look, here at Oxfit, 2026 is starting off with a bang. New Year's Eve, we've got one workout at Grant Park at noon. And then New Year's Day, we're running some DECA, the DECA Mile. We got people coming from all over the state to come and take part in the DECA Mile. Sign up. Start off your New Year's Day with a win. Get a medal. Get you a t-shirt. Don't start the new year off the same way that you have started off every year. Hungover, laying in bed all day, ordering Uber Eats, and doing the same thing that you did in 2025. And you really think that your 2026 is going to be different if you don't start it with a W this year. I promise you, starting your year off different than how you've started it every other year will set the momentum for a better 2026. All right. Stop looking at consistency like a performance. All right. Consistency is not about performing for others or performing for yourself. Consistency is about being motivated when you can't motivate yourself and doing things that may seem hard. Because I'm telling you, you can do hard, uncomfortable things, especially in 2026. One thing that I plan on doing this year, and I know I'm talking about my goals, and I just talked about not talking about your goals with other people. I want to do hard things this year that it makes hard things in my life look easy. That's my goal. I want to do some crazy hard things, and I'm going to do them with my team. We're starting off 2026. Like I said, we've got the DECA Mile, then we've got the erg sprints, then we have the lift off, then we have beach brawl. I want to do so many hard things that when something hard actually pops up in my life, I'm like, well, I say it all the time. I ran the New York Marathon. If I can do that, I can do anything. All right. Stop waiting and saving it all for the holidays. Stop saving your energy for the holidays. Stop saving your money just for the holidays. Stop saving your time for the holidays. Make this year count and make this year your best year and do something for you. All right. That $2,000 that you just spent on gifts, man, spend 10% of that on yourself a month. $200, $229 a month, unlimited membership. Come and get in the best shape of your entire life. Do it now. Do it for your kids, because in the future, your kids will thank you for showing them how to create great, lasting habits and being the healthiest version of themselves. All right. I can keep talking about this, of course. I just had to say something because I had to get it out. I had to get it out because I'm listening to everybody this morning. We're talking about the holidays and everyone's just happy that they're over. Man, I'm just ready to get the new year, new goals, not even new me, because the me that I am right now is just getting stronger. I'm getting stronger, fitter, healthier. I'm not about changing me. I'm just worried about being the strongest and best version of myself because I'm awesome. All right. So don't wait until January 1st to change. We still got a few days for you to get in here, get it right. Let's go and get it started. Doesn't have to be the first. All right. I'm telling you, spend time and money on yourself to fill up your cup and be the healthiest and best version of you, so you can be the healthiest and best version of yourself for your family and for your kids. Don't forget about you in 2026. You got 3 days left. Stop messing around. Let's get to it. Come see me, Savannah, and Lauren at the gym. If you were thinking about it this year and wanting to take your 2026 to the next level, we've got your one-on-one coaching, nutrition, Ox 100. Let's go. But remember, the holidays are only 3 days. 3 days in December, 2 days maybe in November. That's 5 days for you to have spent all this time and energy for 5 days. Spend that time and energy coming to the gym 3 to 4 days a week. And I promise you, those results that you've been wanting, those 10 pounds that you wanted to lose and that you gained over the holidays, we got you. But anyway, before I start getting emotional, thanks for tuning in. You'll see Savannah on Friday. I know usually on Friday. Took her spot today. But you guys, we've got to start 2026 the right way. Don't make it another 2025, another 2024, another 2023 of you doing the same things that didn't work, that haven't worked, that you somehow think are going to change in 2026 by still doing the same thing. Let's go, you guys. I'll see you New Year's Day, Oxfit Grant Park, noon.